Let's see. And we are live.
That's pretty cool.
You're right. It is pretty cool. Welcome to episode 81 of Menace and The Man.
Wow, we're doing it, Stan.
Or it could be episode 80, and last week was episode 1 of Thug Jitsu Master and the Man.
What?
Last week was episode 1 of Thug Jitsu Master and the Man.
So what's that got to do with the price of milk?
The price of milk. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
You're right. That's why I said I don't know. So how are you today, Menace?
Oh, pretty good. I'm just trying to do some home improvements, and it's wild.
What's wild about it?
It's just like, I don't know if I'm built for this stuff, you know?
What are you not built for? Home improvements?
Yeah.
I could see
But
that.
I just need to keep at it, you know? Well, here's the thing. Growing up, right, if I was ever to do something I was unsure of, well, let's say I broke something. I got my ass whooped. Like, I wasn't given, like, hey, you know what? Go ahead, son. Try it. If you fail, not a big deal. You learn. It was like, if I failed, I got, it just wasn't good.
That's what used to... And why? Who would hold you accountable? AB, right?
Yeah.
That's what I like about AB. He used to whoop your ass.
Stan, that's crazy.
Why is that crazy?
Why would you like that about something?
I like discipline. I think that's what's lacking in today's world, even with all these protests and whatnot. Those kids definitely... It's a lot of participation trophy kids and shit like that out there protesting.
It's bullshit. I'm sick of it.
Oh my god, we could start right there. Can you believe they canceled Cops? What's the world coming to when Cops is too much for TV? So first we had the Me Too movement, and I get it, horrible shit, but we had like the cancel culture from that. Now we have the Black Lives Matter, and I get it too. We have the cancel culture from that, but Cops, really?
I don't listen. Yeah.
Cops? Of all the shows that they could cancel, they're going for Cops? And like I was telling you, I watched that chick show, Vanderpump Rules. They're kicking people off that and canceling that shit. Come on.
Which is wild.
It's wild. It's overreaction, but I guess when you're dealing with racism, nothing's overreaction. Who knows? Very sensitive times right now. But this cancel...
Whatever happened to sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Whatever happened to that?
It died. It's just
How?
Not, I don't know. It's just not a thing anymore.
Did parents stop teaching that?
Yeah, it's just not a thing anymore.
Oh snap. Oh snap. What's up, girl?
I was like, is it frozen? What's up? How are you?
We're pretty good.
Good.
Tatiana Suarez, welcome to Menace and the Man. Finally.
I know, finally.
A lot of phone tag.
I was talking to a blonde fighter the other day, and I told her, I was talking to blonde fighter the other day. I told her we're going to have you on the show, and I was like, yeah, she had to go for a run. She's like, she wouldn't, cancel unless she really had something she had to do. I was like, I believe.
No, I really did. It's all Andy's fault. He makes me do 2 a day.
Oh, Mr. Galpin.
Yes.
So you're Andy, can't lift, got to go on Dennis's show. He was like, hey, tell Dennis to go fuck himself.
That's something he would say, actually.
You know what? For how smart he is, he's actually like, he uses foul language and he's like kind of mean. Right?
Yeah.
Every other person I know, it's like really, really, really smart. That's like a doctor. They're like, oh yeah, tis the season.
They're like, pardon me.
Yeah, no, he's like, fuck you, you fucking.
Yeah.
He's writing a paper right now or doing a presentation on farting.
Yeah. That's something.
55-minute long video on YouTube on farting and why we fart, a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to check it out. So my lady's like, Dennis, really? I'm like, well, it just so happens I had so many grams of fiber today. And
It's all about gut health and lots of other stuff, but that's super funny.
Yeah, I guess.
So how you doing?
I'm doing well. I actually have a run after this, to be honest.
Where are you running? How far will you run?
It depends. So like Mondays, he has me do 4 miles. And then yesterday I pushed the sled. So that's why I couldn't make it yesterday because I didn't want to be pushing the sled in the dark. So that's kind of why I was like, oh, I need to make sure that I don't run into something with my sled.
Yeah.
But also today I have sprints. So it's like a minute on and then 2.5 minutes off for 8 rounds.
On a treadmill?
No, uphill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Ghostface Killer going to be there?
No.
No.
I haven't seen Andy in since the thing started.
Is he still on lockdown?
Yeah.
Well, he has a newborn.
I know that, but I just don't know if enough information.
Least acceptable, anyways. No.
No, I just don't know if there's enough information out now where he's like, man, this may be bogus. Because we had him on the show. I said, Andy, how bad is this? And he's like, it's not good.
Yeah. But I think it just came out that in order for us to contract coronavirus, you have to be near somebody that's like super sick. So they have to be asymptomatic. So meaning they have the symptoms of coronavirus. So like a flu-like symptom. If somebody like had it, like say they have coronavirus,
They're kind of like herpes.
I don't know about herpes.
Right? To get herpes, right? Don't you have to have like them showing? Like what's it called? Flare.
Yeah, maybe that. I don't know. I've never.
Yeah. Can you touch on this at all? Do you know anything about this?
No.
Do I know anything about what? Herpes or the asymptomatic shedding possibly?
No, like herpes. Like to get herpes, you have to have a flare, right?
I have no idea. I assume.
Like, they have to be visible.
No. I think that's what asymptomatic is. So if you can get anything asymptomatically, that means you're not showing symptoms.
Yes. So if I were to have it, but I didn't have any symptoms, kind of like Jacare when he had it, but he didn't have any symptoms, he couldn't have spread it to the rest of the people at the event.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't know much about it, obviously. We just know we're in the same boat as everyone, including the people that know about it. The CDC and WHO, they don't really know anything either.
They just found this out like recently. They're like, oops, we made a mistake.
Yes, I was telling Dennis about that today. Immediately when they came out and said it, though, they immediately kind of retracted that statement and came out with something else because they probably got such crazy backlash. Like, are you fucking kidding me that contaminated surfaces isn't a real thing and it's not as bad as, like, it's not asymptomatic the way you said? Like, the world got shut down.
I'm surprised they even came out and said that because I feel like a lot of businesses would want to sue them. Yeah,
I think they probably either it got leaked or they said it thinking people be relieved, not realizing like someone who came up with it was naive, thinking people would be like, oh, it's not that bad. No, people were pissed.
I think they came out with it because of the whole 10,000 people funeral that they just had.
Yeah, and even did you see the one thing that they said? And everyone started posting, yeah, I'm having a protest in my backyard this weekend. You can only have like, it's something, I forget the exact number.
Oh, yeah, someone said that to me. Said, hey, for 4th of July, we're going to have like 100 people over to protest. And I was like,
yeah, like you can have, so I forget the exact number, but you can have like 10 or 12 people over to like hang out or business establishments or some shit, but 100 people are allowed to protest. Crazy times.
I can't.
Tatiana, does Stan's life matter?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't.
all lives matter except for Stan's.
Bro, I'm telling you, you got to watch what you say now, Menace. You can't say that.
I just did.
You can't, though. I'm not trying to have cancel culture come after us.
Good luck. Next week I don't have internet. Like, fuck.
Yeah. Well, what are you, Tatiana? Ethnicity wise, heritage wise.
So my dad's Hispanic, and then my mom is Hispanic and white.
Yeah, so you know about it a little bit.
So you're 75% Hispanic, but which Hispanic are you?
Mexican, some other weird, I think Portuguese, but there's like a bunch of stuff in there that I don't even know. I have to check. And then my mom's like German Norwegian, but her dad was both German and Mexican, and then her mom is German and Norwegian, so she's mostly white, I think.
When you look at her, she's white to appearance. She doesn't have good olive skin like you do.
She does.
Oh, wow.
And now you grew up in California?
Yeah.
All right, so you grew up in a bicultural, biracial land.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, we're there's everything here.
Yeah, like maybe me and Menace missed something, but we kind of don't get it, like what's going on right now. And you probably know this too, coming up in wrestling. Like, I train with everyone. Like, skin color doesn't matter to me. You could be Spanish, Latino, you could be black, you could be white, you could be Asian, you could be whatever. It doesn't matter.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't like you if you're mean to me.
I'm super nice to you.
Or if you're stupid. Like, or acting stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's all about who you are as a person.
So where are you in California?
I live in Southern California, so...
Okay. What's the gang sign for that?
Again, no? We don't throw up gang signs here at Menace and the Man.
I live in Fontana, and they actually do have a gang sign here, but I'm not going to throw that up.
Oh, I was just like, for example, like East Coast, right? Like,
yeah, we do West Side, but
that's the West Side of Menace.
I mean,
can you do the West Side thing without twisting your fingers together manually? You can just throw them up there, huh?
Why? You need to twist them together, Menace?
It's easy.
That's as close as it get. Well, you know what? I'm gonna overdo it. Like, I like really get it. Like that's really twisted.
That sounds insane to me that someone can't do that.
And then you wonder why I don't think your life matters.
Bro, my life matters. I'm telling you, you can't say that. All lives matter, but right now, black lives are what matter. I'm
going to egg your house tonight.
My house?
Yeah.
All right. I'd like to see you try.
Each egg is going to have something written on it. That's how I'm going to protest.
But then once it cracks, I can't read it.
Well, you got to put together the pieces. It's like a riddle. It's like a riddle. Now, I don't know if Tatiana is fake laughing or not, but I'm into it.
No, I'm really laughing.
Yeah, man. It's people like her that like fuck me, you know, because I think I'm funny, and I just keep going. I'm like, I'm hitting right now, so I gotta keep firing.
Yeah, once he
Tatiana,
gets.
Do you still think you could take me down?
What?
Yeah, I said it.
Wait, Tatiana. I said, do you know Tatiana? He said, yeah. I was like, do you guys have any funny interactions? He was like, not really, but one thing, she thinks she could take me down.
Wait, how did we have a fun interaction? Wait, what?
No.
We were drinking at the UFC summit.
That's
when I first met you.
Yeah. But you're the one that was like, you think you could take me down? And I was like, I don't know. Let's wrestle right here. And I was like, no.
No, I didn't say that. It's the other way around.
No,
it's the other way around. Yeah, you were definitely aggro-aggressive. And I was like, hey, I'm just trying to drink my beer, having a good time. You're over here trying to get a single on me.
I was sober. You were not.
This is...
Good
Did you hear?
But, so Tatiana, could you take him down?
I don't know.
Have you taken down a lot of men in your life?
Yes, of course.
Do you think Dennis could be one of them?
Yeah, right.
Dennis doesn't even train with women.
Yeah.
We'd have to try.
All right,
We'd
man.
have to set up a match.
Yeah, right. Hey, Stan. Hey, so me and Stan, after the coronavirus passes, we're gonna do an event, like amateur, MMA fights, jiu-jitsu matches, pro jiu-jitsu matches, and then we'll have one exhibition wrestling match.
Oh,
Menace
shit.
versus the Suarez.
Wait, how much do you weigh?
Oh, a whole bunch, a whole boatload.
He doesn't even train anymore, though.
I haven't trained in over a year.
A year?
No, I sparred one time since I retired.
That's it?
Yep.
You don't get bored not sparring or nothing?
Well, I was lifting for a while, and then work happened. I'll get back into the swing of things. I just need to get my system, I gotta get everything, all my ducks in a row, right? Well, the gyms are closed.
This is true. Not everywhere. They opened up in Florida, maybe California.
Oh, so I'm gonna fly down to Florida to go work out.
No.
6.
I'm just saying they've opened up in places.
Any boggin?
California's gonna be like, we're opening up this week.
In California.
Yes.
Okay.
What's opening up? Your gyms?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about you?
Today, I think I don't know if gyms opened up today, but restaurants, things like that opened up today. For
Well, I feel like if you guys already had, the riots and all that other stuff, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to have the gyms open.
Weird conflicting news reports. Like I saw, I don't remember what channel it was, but they were saying, yeah, the numbers are rising right now.
For coronavirus?
And they said they don't know if it's because we opened more things up or the protests.
It's probably
or both?
Or both. Okay, yeah, a combination of both. Right now, the news is playing that game. So depending on what channel you watch, it's because of opening up too soon and Trump causing that, or it's the protests causing it, So we don't know what to believe. We're never gonna know.
Tatiana, I don't mean to ruin the rest of your night, but they canceled cops. Too racist.
Oh my god. I heard.
You heard that already?
So me and Dennis,
big cops fan, right?
Me and Dennis are going out tomorrow, and we're not protesting for the police. We're protesting that they canceled cops. So we're not like,
oh, because you guys like cops that much.
Well, hang on. It's white cops arresting criminals. White, black, Mexican. Like, sir, are you high? No, man. Like, is this your crack pipe? That's not mine. I swear, man.
Oh my god.
By your impersonation, it's only Spanish people.
That's the only impersonation I could do well.
All right.
And, right, if I'm Spanish, now is that being racist? I don't think so.
No, not at all.
See what I did there, Stan?
Yeah, I do now. But even me and Dennis were talking about it, like they have some scenes where it's a 10-minute segment of a white, black, Latino just not having like registration or something. And then the cop will come, he'll run his plate and whatnot. Then he'll come back to the camera and be like, yeah, they didn't have their shit squared away, but we let them go without a warning. And then they show them drive off. Like that's some of the episodes. It's not a racist show. I've seen them arrested.
What I want to know is, has there ever been a fatality on cops?
I don't think so.
Stan will have that Googled by this evening, and we'll let you know.
No.
So, if anything, it shows that if there hasn't been, if anything, it shows that there's a large number of stops and stuff like that are not violent.
Right? Well, the thing is, like, when someone, hey, freeze, and they run, you have to chase them, you have to tackle them. I almost became a cop for that reason, because I feel like I'm pretty good tackling people, and I've got good foot speed. And endurance. What if, let's say, someone's got me, right, for the 100. I'm catching them at the mile. You know?
What?
Yeah, you can't even Google that right now with like a legitimate answer. Like if I Googled, has there ever been a death on cops, and I just get endless actual things that happen.
Not on cops though, probably.
A lot of it that just came up is Minnesota, George Floyd. Black cops feel the pain of George Floyd's death and stuff like that. I just want to know about Cops, the TV show right now.
Tatiana, have you ever been arrested?
No.
I have. But in the arrest, I did, I just listened to people. Hey, put your hands up. Get against the wall.
Yeah, I think that from what you see on the video, though, and most of the time, the cops do over-exaggerate. So right now, they're talking about defunding the police. I don't think they need to defund the police. I think they need better training.
What if Tatiana Suarez started training police officers?
That's where I was going with it. They need to learn wrestling, and they need to learn jiu-jitsu. They don't need to learn striking. They don't need to be fucking people up with the hands.
Is Leo available tonight?
Mondays. Only Mondays.
Only Mondays.
Only Mondays.
What a loser.
He was very strict about that. Only Mondays.
Ooh,
well, we have a buddy of ours. He's a lieutenant.
No. He's a captain.
Oh, whatever. Anyways, he's a captain for NYPD. And one time, he had to restrain a guy. I think he hit him with like a Kimura because the guy wasn't, was resisting arrest. And, he saved the day. He didn't, hurt the guy, but he used, a little fucking resistance, knew exactly when to, let up. And there was that arrest.
But also, so when you're doing jiu-jitsu or wrestling, and you are out of breath, and you're dying for air, and you have someone fresh coming at you, that almost, reenacts, quick reaction time, and, tense situation, and, almost near death, if you will. You're almost there, you know what I mean? So
Not for you, Stan.
No, you mean it would be for... The joke would have been it would be for me. Only you, Stan.
Stan, you would get tired and you'd be like,
No, but anyway, what I'm saying is cops need to train more hand-to-hand combat.
I agree.
Yes. Blue belt or purple belt at minimum.
Yes.
What are you doing over there, Menace?
I got a pimp on my leg.
Is that really what you should be doing right now?
It's looking at me.
So, Tatiana, I know we were going to get you on one time, and you said you don't pick fights. You're not a big fight picker. So we won't put you on that fence, but do you watch fights?
Of course. I watch all the fights.
Oh, so you're a big fight fan, you just don't like picking fights.
Yeah, I just don't like... I don't like picking fights because I don't like hurting people's feelings.
Yeah, we're kind of there that we have this podcast. I won't name the person, but I posted something a week ago, and I tagged both guys, but we're all on one side. We were like, this guy's going to win, this is how. And then I tagged that person. Dennis was like, I think you should untag him. And I was like, why? And he's like, because...
Tag the guy we thought was going to lose.
Yes. So I can get that. You don't want to make picks because it might come back to you.
Because no chance am I going on a show if someone thinks I'm going to lose. That means you think I suck.
Did you untag him?
You don't think I got the skill.
Yes, I untagged him.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, but still.
Well, actually, thank me, but you could thank me.
Well, I think that it's not that you think that they suck, it's that you think that the other person's better, right?
Yeah, or we just thought they're going to win that fight. We were actually picking that fight. I'm almost giving hints or leaving breadcrumbs so listeners will guess which post it was, but we picked it because we're friendlier with the person that actually wound up winning.
Oh, he did win.
He did win.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were right.
Well, I mean, come on.
Yeah. So, do you have anything lined up at the moment, or?
No, I'm not. I haven't been able to go live since I got injured.
What was the injury?
It was a neck injury.
Okay, because I have seen that you haven't been.
Spinal? Broke your back, spinal?
Spinal. Yeah. That's
We
why
mean
I
you broke your back. Spinal.
spinal. That's actually why I stopped wrestling in the first place, was because I had a neck injury, and then I found out I had cancer, so I had like a double whammy at the same time. But like that was my initial injury, and that's why I primarily stopped wrestling for a while, and then I took off, say 3 years, and then I started doing BJJ. And at first, I was just gonna do BJJ and just kind of see how far I could go in the jujitsu like world. And someone was like, "Hey, you got wrestling. You're a natural at jujitsu," because I had won the world championships like my first 2 months into training for jiu-jitsu. So they're like, "You're a natural, you just need to like get better and a little bit better at jiu-jitsu, learn some submissions." At the time I didn't know any submissions. I just knew how to like pass guard, and that's it. And then they're like, "And you just learn how to stand up, and then you can fight." And I was like, all right. So I just
What, you like hitting people?
Huh?
And were they like, you like hitting people too, or?
Do I like hitting people, or?
Yeah.
Of course.
Get you fighting. Right?
Yeah. I'm crazy, so they're like, "Yeah, you belong out there. You're kind of psycho."
Is it because you're Latin, or?
I don't know. I think I don't know. I think I'm just like a aggressive person. Like I've been in trouble for fighting like almost my whole life. So
Ooh,
So you're a bad kid.
yeah.
What type of fighting are we talking about?
Fist fight, Stan.
No,
This fight.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm getting there, man. There's some segueing. Were you getting in fights in school? Were you getting in street fights? Were you gang banging?
School, street. I wasn't gangbanging, no. Just like beef, like with people. Like one time, a girl kicked my dog, so I beat her up. What? I mean, right? That
What
she
a
deserved,
bitch!
right?
What a
Right?
bitch!
Hey, your daughter cut my house today, and she kicked my dog. Now my dog needs an operation.
I mean, she deserved it, right? You guys have dogs? Are you guys dog lovers?
Yes,
Like, she deserved it, right?
100%.
You can't kick a dog and then just like not expect to get your ass kicked. Anyways, but that happened, and then another time she was trying to beat up my friend, so then I ended up.
Same girl.
That's pretty much. No, different girl.
Oh, you said this. Oh, I was like, man, this bitch is she's trying to get.
But there were usually like girls around my neighborhood that either didn't like me or tried to beat up my friend, or was like picking on somebody. I've always been.
You were picking on somebody.
No, they were picking on somebody.
Oh.
Yeah, and then when I was really young, I would stand up for people. Like there was this girl in our class. I think she was Muslim, and she had the covers and everything, and they were making fun of her, and they were like being really rude, like throwing sand at her. So I ended up fighting one of them because of it.
I respect that.
Did you guys become friends after that?
Yeah, of course. Her name was Mary.
That's sick. Are you guys still friends or no?
No.
No.
I think she moved somewhere far, probably because how mean people were to her.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So.
That's
but yeah.
not cool.
So, no, it's not. No. I've always been like that, though. I've always like stood up to people that pick on other people.
Go ahead, Stan. Tell her.
What am I telling her?
Stan mostly got in fights for other people.
Yeah, my whole life.
Yeah.
I've been that person as well. I stand up for people who can't stand up for themselves, I guess.
Yeah.
Listen, it's not that I don't think it's the right thing to do. I just can't. As soon as let's say a fight broke out right here, I'd be like, I go backwards. I'm like, what's going on here? I gotta set,
Well, that's something that you'll laugh at, Tatiana. So we'll be out, or we'll be like hanging out with people, and they'll be like, "Oh no, we're good. We got the UFC fighter with us." And Dennis will look at me and be like, yeah, "Nah, I'm all right." And he said to me a few times, like, if something happens right now, I'm not helping any of these fucking kids. He's like, if you get in this, maybe, but not helping any of these fucking kids.
Yeah.
So I have a really crazy story for you.
We want to hear it.
So when I first moved into this house, we had two older gentlemen that were our roommates. So they didn't like each other at all. One was like, he was like a war veteran, and he was kind of like, sadly to say, but I think he had like PTSD. We don't know, but I really think he did. And then the other guy was like a Native American Indian, and he was really really sick though. Like he had like heart problems. He had he had to go to dialysis because he had problems with his kidneys. And so he wasn't doing well like health wise. And then one day they got an argument over creamer, like coffee creamer.
Hey,
I guess
big deal. It's
yeah,
a big deal.
huge deal, right? So one of them like got pissed off at the other one, was like, "You drank my creamer," and he's like, "Why would I drink your creamer?" And we saw him drink his creamer, but we weren't gonna say anything, we weren't gonna rat him out, but we were just like, "Oh no, like we know you drank his creamer, but we're not gonna say anything." And he was like, "I know it was you, Ellen. You're the only one. We share the same refrigerator." So all of a sudden, like the war veteran dude cracks the other guy, right? And my boyfriend's in there, and he's like, "No!" And so like he's like grabbing, like trying to grab him and pull him off, and then and then the other guy's like, "Get him! F him up, Chris! F him up!" Because he's like wants him to beat him up because he just cracked him, and he like cracked his knee on the floor and everything. Like we had to take him to the hospital, but I like fly in and I rear naked take this dude, and I'm like, "Unhand him."
If you weren't a UFC fighter, I could totally see you being a cop and doing stuff like you're naked choking people, put them in handcuffs.
I don't want to do that because I don't want to choke somebody out. But yeah, I like did it, but I didn't choke him. He's like, "Chris, get her off me. She's choking me." And I was like, "Just let go of him." He's like, "All right." And so he lets go, and I like get off him, and he's like, "Fine." And I was just like, "This is a mess. Like I could not believe this is happening right now."
Did he know it was you choking him?
Yeah, he knew. That's why he was like, "Chris, get her off me. She's choking me." And he was like screaming for help. But I wasn't even like applying full pressure. I was like barely choking him.
But
yeah,
obviously a policeman wouldn't have to use the choke, but you see jiu-jitsu solves problems.
Yeah.
Just like they say fighting solves problems, jiu-jitsu 100% solves problems.
Also, like it teaches you how to like, guide around people's bodies and pass legs and stuff like that, and maybe get into mount position, you know what I mean? So
yes. You want to know what else it teaches you? How to be fucking humble and earn it.
Yes.
You don't just get a purple belt by you gotta get your ass whooped a bunch.
Well, that's even what I was saying before, Menace. It gives you like that. I've been in dire situations with being whatever, a white belt rolling with a purple belt, or a purple belt rolling with a black belt. Like you have those moments that humble you and also train your mind for chaos almost. So when you get in the street and you have this no stripe white belt coming at you, you're just gonna be like, kick his leg, fucking get on top, knee on belly, and be like, relax.
Also, I think
I'm still a white belt. That's why I don't know how to handle that.
Also, I think like he said, like, but also like create confidence so that you don't
have to do that. Yeah,
you don't like reach for your weapon to kill somebody. You're like, I have this. I got this. I can do this without shooting somebody.
I hate to say it, and I don't mean to come off insensitive saying it, but had that cop who just did this whole thing that has the country in chaos done jiu-jitsu, he would have went knee on belly instead of knee on the guy's head, knee on the guy's neck.
Yeah, but also didn't even make sense because the guy was already subdued for quite some time.
Yeah, I think I was watching the news before we started. Every day, new information's coming out. Apparently, and I've heard this, remember we talked about it last week, Menace, with Eves and Alp. They knew each other, but they weren't letting out the extent that they knew each other. But now, like, coworkers are speaking out that knew both of them, and they're like, yeah, they knew each other and didn't like each other. So it was probably premeditated. Hopefully they...
So that'd be like me being a cop and you doing something wrong, and then I kill you.
Yep. I don't know about that extent, but like they knew each other. Knew each other in passing. They knew each other in some way, and then this altercation happened. So hopefully the right thing happens with this whole thing, and it doesn't lead to more craziness and violence.
I mean, how long do protests go on for? I don't
for
Tatiana, do you have an answer for that?
I don't know.
How long do you protest? Like in my head, 2 weeks. All right, cool, got it. Like it was a bad time. But
Nah, they'll keep going on unless change actually happens.
what can change?
Well, they're police reform or something, or the cops going to jail, like getting charged past just going to jail and arrested. They need to get like sentenced, persecuted for the crime of murder or manslaughter or whatever you want to call it. But we'll see what happens with it. But on to brighter things.
People just want them to be held accountable, because I mean, if you or I did this to somebody, we would definitely be facing some crazy charges.
So it's like the cops are like John Jones.
What do you mean the cops are like John Jones? No.
Well, John Jones does some crazy shit. He keeps coming back to UFC. If I did any of the things John Jones did, I've been at UFC before I retired. No?
Oh, man.
Was that a bad analogy?
That was just a bad segue. But, yeah, John Jones, 100%. I think a lot of fighters think that way. So now, Tatiana, do you pay attention to the happenings in MMA?
Happening?
Yeah, like the gossip, the newsreel, all that type of shit.
Sometimes, yeah.
So right now we have John Jones. We have Conor McGregor retired, first of all. Retired again.
Third time, 4 years?
Third time. And
it's the third time.
Third time, I believe. And we have John Jones saying, I'll see you guys in like a year or so. Once the UFC gets their shit right.
Right. Masvidal said the same thing, right?
Yeah.
He wants to be released.
Yeah. The world needs Tatiana Suarez back in the cage right now.
Oh, they do.
Same. I believe so.
So, what'd you say? You're not able to like live spar yet?
Yeah, so I haven't sparred in a while. I kind of want to test it out. Last time I rolled with like a really small girl, and it was hurting me. So I was like, well, maybe I'm not ready. If I can't even wrestle with a girl that's like 110 pounds, and I'm not gonna be able to fight, and I haven't sparred since a year ago either because of it. So we'll see. After like my fight, I couldn't even swim. So come a long way.
After your last fight, you're saying?
Yeah, after my last fight, I couldn't even swim because it was hurting so badly. I was like, oh, surely like swimming's not gonna hurt it, But no, it did. So that's how far I've come. I've come pretty far since then.
So what's the prognosis or diagnosis, whatever the term is? Is it gonna heal?
I don't really know. I think what Andy was telling me is that it's also a problem with the way because I injured it. I think he's saying that like I'm using certain muscles that aggravate it more. Like I use more of my traps instead of my back, which is aggravating it a lot more than it should. Because I'm recruiting the wrong muscles for certain exercises, and they're like overcompensating for the weaker muscles in my back area.
Yeah.
So that's what we've been really focusing on is like basically reprogramming the way I use my muscles.
What were you doing there, Menace?
Tatiana was sponsored by Great South Bay Brewery.
Oh wow!
Yeah. What kind of a big deal?
I didn't notice your shirt.
Oh yeah, right there. Bang.
Yeah. Awesome.
What's your drink of choice, Tatiana?
What kind of
He doesn't drink.
You don't drink?
No.
Good for you. More power to you. Me and Dennis do that sometimes, and then you just made me feel like such a piece of shit. Like, you want to drink? What do you drink? No, you don't drink? Oh, all right.
Did you ever drink?
Not like regularly,
That's a good thing, though. Don't even get involved.
Yeah, because then you look like Stan.
Yeah.
Stan, take your shirt off.
Or you become an angry, mean drunk like Dennis.
I'm so funny, dude.
Are you?
Yeah.
So now, what do you do at a time like this when you're not able to fight, but I'm sure you're still closely watching your division, right?
Right.
Do you play video games?
No.
So you're not a loser?
Because
I don't play video games either.
I work out still. I work out a lot. So, like I said, like Andy has me on 2 days, and then also I do I have to do a bunch of PT stuff. So, and then also I train my dogs like a lot. Like I have a new dog that I just got, Katara, and I'm training her for like fight work and obedience. So, she's my first Malinois that I've ever owned. My boyfriend he's trained like multiple Malinois. They're really smart dogs. So
Is that the dog that Jessica Penne has? She has 2 of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're really smart. They're really easy to train, but they're really crazy and high drive. So I train her like multiple times a day because she needs the outlet, and I'm also training her to be, like a show dog. So.
I've seen you doing that with the treats from your pouch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got treats on you right now?
Huh?
You got treats on you right now?
Not this one. My other one does though.
Oh, can I get a look? Can you show that thing off?
Wait, you're currently wearing a fanny pack?
Yeah, I saw that thing from a mile away. I was going to ask her to show it off, but
Menace is a big fanny pack guy.
I got a couple.
It's just a red one.
How many compartments do you have? What do you keep in it?
I have one. There's only like 2 compartments in this bad boy, but I just have my keys.
In this bad boy. I love it.
Wait, is Reebok slacking? They don't have fanny packs that they give you guys?
Well, no, I remember when fanny packs hit, maybe like a year or 2 ago.
What?
People were like, "Hey, you got fanny packs?"
Fanny packs hit in like 1982.
They resurfaced 2 years ago.
Hulk Hogan's been wearing a fanny pack since the 80s. He never stopped.
They are the best thing ever invented. I have them. I have tons of them. I have leather ones. I have high-end ones like Kate Spade, or I have a Louis Vuitton one.
Wow.
But this is just, like everyday one.
So does your boyfriend know, she doesn't want a purse, she wants a fanny pack?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Or a backpack. I like backpacks too. But then if I wear a backpack into the store, the people follow me around the store.
All right, so I just started mountain biking. And I'm looking to get myself a nice, camelback, the water backpack.
Right, yeah.
Have any suggestions? You even have one?
No, I don't have one of those.
Oh, so
I did, but I never used it. I don't know.
I had one a while back, but I didn't cleaning it out. I think the what's the thing inside called? The gut or the
lining?
The pouch or whatever.
Right.
Got moldy or some shit. So
Oh no.
I think I threw the whole unit out.
Oh, that sucks.
I think.
So you only had it you only used it one time?
Yeah, maybe twice.
Like I said, Hulk Hogan though too. The Rock is another big fanny pack guy.
Oh yeah.
So back to drinking, right? I've never lost a wallet, a phone, or keys while I had my fanny pack on.
I believe you.
She doesn't know anything about that. Yeah, she's like, But wait.
Those people that have lost things because they've been boozing.
So when you have been boozing, Menace, and you don't have your fanny pack, you've lost things.
Yes.
So fanny packs.
It's not a thing that I do I don't lose things a lot, but I have. But wearing a fanny pack, I'm batting 100.
I'm gonna chop
1,000, is it?
I'm gonna chop that clip up, send it to a fanny pack company.
Ooh, maybe. Okay, let's talk to the fanny pack expert, Tatiana. Who's a good company? We should be like, hey, we want a fanny pack.
I don't. I only have I have a lot actually.
Well, I asked too though.
Yeah, so
Wait. Reebok doesn't have fanny packs for you guys?
I don't want Reebok.
I'm just saying.
Minimal. I want Nike.
You're good. Tatiana's still under contract.
I don't have. No, I'm not under contracts.
She showed a Adidas one. I'm gonna have to blur that out. Not get her in
No,
trouble.
No. I want a Hugo Boss fanny pack.
Yeah, you should get one of those.
For weddings.
Get a Michael Kors one.
I
That's
think Michael Kors is like...
No, they have men.
I know, but they're known for women, no?
No, they have their own men's store.
I know they have a men's line. I just am saying.
And we're telling you, Menace, no, it's men's as well.
I'm telling you, it's great leather.
Yes.
Did Michael Kors start as a women's line first?
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Let me check
Stan, shut up. I don't know that either, but I'm like...
It's a guy named Michael, so did he originally...
Yeah, okay. You ever think maybe he, bats for their team and is like, it really knows his shit for girls?
Oh, no, you can't say that either, Menace. No.
Why?
You can't just assume someone's sexuality. Whoa, he's actually from Long Island, too, Michael Kors.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Impressive.
Well, that's even what I was going to segue with before. If you did drink alcohol, I was going to say, yeah, next time you come to Long Island, Tatiana, we'll grab some Great South Bays with you.
I actually plan on going there once I'm better.
But you know what we'll do?
Are you staying at the Sermonera's house, or?
Maybe.
They got a boat. I was on it on Saturday. Great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a hot tub. They got all things that are good, really.
Hot tub.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, they're doing good over there.
That's awesome.
They got what's it called when you have like dual incomes and no kids? There's a word for it.
Oh, I was gonna say dual incomes and no kids.
Oh, there's like a. I think it's.
Well, I think Caitlin said she's getting baby fever though, didn't she?
Yeah.
She did. I forgot to ask them that while I was hanging out with them. I was like,
yeah, we got to ask Serm that too, because I could imagine when she said that, Serm was like what did she just say?
I mean, he's been training kids for a long time now.
Yeah.
And I know, like,
I doubt she just said that on her own. I'm sure they've discussed it.
Yeah, they're married. They're married couple, dude.
Well, Serm's a little older. How old's Caitlin?
I have no idea.
Maybe 30?
No.
I feel like she's younger than us, Menace.
Yeah, but maybe a year.
How old are you, Tatiana?
I'm 29.
Yeah, she might be around that age. 31, Caitlin is.
Told you.
Yeah, so that kind of makes sense. See, I'm in no rush.
But are you...
What was that? I feel like it was like almost like a mental breakdown. Like,
Kids are a lot, man.
I know. I got 2 of those little suckers.
Oh man,
but they're pretty badass. We do pretty badass stuff. I just have a really hard time. Like, hey, Bryson is main. You could do this. And he's like, nah. And he like throws himself on the ground. I'm like, dude, I don't know if I can. I have trouble talking to fighters. Like, yo, dude, you got this. And then I just see like the look in their eye of like maybe doubt. Like, I'm like, I can't. But for a kid to throw himself completely down, I'm like, holy shit.
See, I deal with dogs all day, and they're like little kids, so yeah.
Yeah, but they probably listen better.
No, not all the time. Like,
well, you have like
I train them, but I just they're.
How many dogs do you have?
I have a lot, and also we train other people's dogs. So we have board and trains here all the time. People bring their dogs here, they leave them here, and we train them and we board them for however long they want.
Wow, that was almost like on Stan. Do you press like a dog button?
Do I have a dog button to press? No. Oh,
that was almost on cue. She started talking about dogs. A dog started barking.
Her dogs in the background heard her talking about them. They were like, "Yeah, that's right. Represent."
Or somebody else's dog.
No, it's our dog. He's one of our. Well, actually, he's not our dog, but he's in the front yard.
So now you're like trained and certified in training
Yeah,
dogs?
so before I like went full time, obviously for training, in like MMA training, I was working at Petco and PetSmart, and I was doing dog training there. And I dog trained there from 2014 till I got into the UFC. And then once I like got onto the show, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna come back because I was tired of not even. I wasn't really tired of the dogs, but I was tired of like customer service, like dealing with people and stuff like that. So I was over that, but I still my boyfriend actually dog trains too, so he's been doing it as a profession as well. So now we just kind of like run our own business together.
Next time you fight, and even right now while you're on hiatus, they need to market that. There's a whole dog community that I don't think they've tapped into yet.
No, they haven't.
Right?
They actually had me like on one that embedded. They had me like doing a little bit of the dog training, but yeah,
like
that was.
They're marketing Khabib to the Russian following and trying to cross him over into America. They got Ireland for Conor.
Oh, Stan.
Yeah.
Tatiana, are you registering this?
I feel like, who else is there? Like, even, he's not in the UFC, but someone's coming to mind is like Lance Palmer. I know he's a big dog guy. His dogs are all over his Instagram and whatnot. They have their own Instagram.
Which I think is weird.
Oh, Tatiana might have Instagrams for her dogs.
All my dogs, no, I'm just kidding. So I have one Instagram for all of them.
That makes more sense.
I read Tatiana's face right there. She was like, who the fuck you calling weird?
I don't do a really good job at like posting on there.
Like, I think it's weird when people make Instagram accounts for their dog and like talk like the dog is like, today I was with my owner, we did this. Like, that's really weird. I also think it's weird when parents make Instagram accounts for their like kids, like their newborn kids. That's weird. Like, do they hand it over to the kid like when they become of the age? Like, hey, you're 10 now. You could take over this Instagram account that I've made for you. Like, they're giving them like money.
Maybe that's like Conor McGregor Jr.
I think what they do is kind of like highlight maybe their life. I don't know.
Yeah, freeze those memories in time. But yes, I was saying, Menace, Conor McGregor Jr. has an Instagram.
That's weird. Yeah. I don't know.
A couple 100,000 followers.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't even know he had one.
That's the given, though, when your dad's Conor McGregor. But,
yeah.
So, Tatiana, you said you are still under contract, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think of like a Conor McGregor retiring?
Retiring?
Yep.
I don't know. It's hard to take him seriously.
At this point, right?
Yeah, he's like the boy that cried wolf.
See, the thing, yeah, exactly. Like the first time we're just like, what? And I don't know, like, I feel like there's so many interesting matchups, but he's just like, it doesn't excite me anymore. And I'm like, what? There's so many good people in your division. It's literally the most stacked division out there right now.
Man.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of stacked divisions, but
I want to see him versus Masvidal so bad.
Yeah, I want to see him versus Masvidal or Gaethje.
Apparently,
especially considering Gaethje is fighting a little bit smarter now these days.
Yes. Do you know Gaethje at all?
I've spoken to him, yeah.
Yes. One of the coolest guests we've had on the show.
Yeah, he's really nice, yeah.
Yes. Smokes weed, likes violence, plays video games.
Yeah, those are things we're in. I mean, I'm not in the smoking devil's lettuce, but
yeah. But you're a gamer. I see your chair.
Yes, the chair, and then when you do come to Long Island, we won't drink beers, but we'll toss back some G Fuel. If you see the tower behind Menace,
I don't see it.
You don't see that tower?
I see. Yeah. Is that like what is that though?
It's like a caffeine multivitamin powder. You put it in water and you drink it. It's delicious.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like try to get into gaming, but I'm just horrible at it. Yeah, not very good. Like half the time I'm getting shot and I'm looking at the air or the ground.
So when you started playing, were you playing by yourself?
I was playing with a kid.
Like some random kid?
Like my boyfriend's nephew.
Were you guys in the same room?
Yeah, we were on the same team. He had to keep reviving me.
Well, I'm trying to think of, when you get on the line, you're playing with the gang, you're with the crew, and they're not there with you, and you're playing, and having to have a go at it and shooting the shit. It's like you're hanging out.
Yeah.
No,
I get it. My boyfriend's he loves it. I'm not like I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't have friends. Friends that play.
That was a nervous laugh.
Friends that play. I have.
Oh, okay. All right. So you do have friends.
Yeah, but most of them are like they have kids and they don't have, time to be on Call of Duty.
I like to call them the sticks. Get on the sticks. All right.
That's a really nice controller. That's like proper right there.
Come on, you think I'm gonna half-ass it?
Well, even how you said you don't play because when you did play, you get killed. Menace gets killed, and he still plays.
Fuck off, Stan.
He just goes it. So he plays like Call of Duty. He'll just drop in, get sniped out, get revived. It's fun.
You know which game I did like for a while though? It was on my phone. PUBG.
Oh, okay.
But for some reason, when I get the controller stick, I'm not very good. I'm decent in like the UFC game, but that's about it.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Now,
but also I haven't really put a lot of time into it.
Huh?
I haven't put a lot of time into it, but I'll tell you one story. My son was playing. He wanted to be me, so I'm like, all right, son, you be me. I'm, walking around the house, I'm doing things. I look over, he's getting his ass beat. I'm like, God damn it, give me the controller. Had to take over, so I got the dub.
Oh, good. Yeah, you can't lose as you, huh?
Jeez.
Like almost.
Like, don't be me if you don't got skills, all right? Do people tweet you a lot like, oh my God, I can't beat you in this fucking game?
Do what?
You're in the ESPN 3, right?
I'm not.
You're not in the latest UFC game?
No.
What game were you? Oh, so you play the game even though you're not in it?
Yeah, of course.
What the fuck? How are you not in the game?
I don't know.
As like a downloadable character at minimum.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my God! Someone's dropping the ball there.
Send a tweet.
Huh?
Send out a tweet.
I think I've tweeted a couple of times. I haven't tweeted, but they have, and I just like retweeted or something.
Got you.
That's actually insane to me.
I'm not full of myself enough to like tweet. Why am I not in the game?
I mean,
because you don't really give a shit.
No, I don't.
Yeah, but
it's not like I'm gonna profit out of it. Really.
I think
you do get. Hang on, you do get $250 every year.
Really?
Maybe every game that you're in.
$250.
One time, yeah.
That's it?
Per game, yeah.
Oh, God.
Why, that's all they pay you, Menace?
I got, $200.
Feels like a ripoff to me.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we signed the contract.
Well, I think that's what a lot of the guys are holding out for right now. Like, that's what I think Ben Askren or Chael, someone said immediately when Conor retired, they were like, he's not retiring, he's negotiating.
Yeah.
He's waiting for them to come back with, oh, no, I want X amount, and I'll give you whatever you want. We'll give you Gaethje, we'll give you Khabib, we'll give you whatever you want. But, like I was saying, I want him to fight Masvidal. I don't think that the UFC wants to make that fight, though.
I don't want to see him versus Khabib again. For what? It wasn't even close the first time.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But even
I would understand if it was like a back and forth, but he just got.
I tell you what, though, let's say they did fight again and he like won somehow. That would be like I'd probably be out of my chair. That'd be wild.
If he what?
If he won somehow.
Oh, if he won.
You know, I'd be like, holy, every one of those, like, holy shit, what?
Yeah.
But man,
that would just depress me. So.
Yeah, like the ball's back in his court. He could just do whatever he wants now again.
Pretty much, yeah.
But
hoping he was gonna lose his last fight.
I'm very surprised that you weren't in the game simply because you're Tatiana Suarez, and me and Menace have talked about it many times. You're going if you can make your way back to the cage, you're going to be the champion.
Well, thank you.
Like, I've said that.
Yeah, when you look at the list there, who could wrestle besides Carla, who you already beat?
Right, yeah.
Like, we saw Wheelie Zhang, striker, Andrade, striker, Rose, striker, a little bit of jiu-jitsu, but you have jiu-jitsu, you have some striking. Joanna, good takedown defense, striker. And then they have Nina Ansaroff currently at 5, who you beat.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm liking the way that top 5 looks for you. I think once this neck heals, you're in a good place.
Yeah. And then I'm not too small, so eventually, like, if I want, I can, if I feel like, I want to go up and take a different challenge, I can try to do that too.
Oh, you're thinking champ?
25.
You're thinking champ status?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, like, say, like, I'm at the top for a while and I'm winning my fights, might as well just be like, or maybe
you don't feel like making the weight anymore, right?
Yeah, if I don't want to cut like as much weight anymore, that'd be nice to like just not have to eat for like a day and not really do. You know what I mean? Like, because I mean, when I'm disciplined in camp, I'm pretty close to 25s anyways.
What weight did you wrestle at?
21s, 121.
All right, so yeah, you've been cutting weight for a minute.
Yeah,
how many kilos is that?
55 kilos.
Right.
Yeah. So I wrestled 55 and 59. 59 is like 130, and when I didn't want to like cut weight really at all, I went 130. But I cut a little bit for 55, not too much, so wasn't bad.
So
6 pounds above what I am now, what I do now.
Yeah, me too.
So you don't pick fights, but Jessica I is fighting Cynthia Calvillo this weekend.
So the thing that I thought was very crazy about this, so Cynthia Calvillo was what's her ranking at 115, like 8 or 9 or
10.
7? 10, okay. Yeah, so they had her go to the next weight class and then fight a girl that's number, 2 or 1?
1.
Yeah, I thought that was a crazy matchup.
I think it's like pandemic matchmaking, if you will.
Hang on. How many followers do each of them have?
Let me see. I know Cynthia has a solid following. Let me see. But I feel like Cynthia's got 146,000. I think even 157. I think even when that fight first got announced, people were kind of ripping it apart, like in comments on Reddit, on Twitter. They were like,
they still are.
Yeah, and I think that's outrageous. I think Jessica I's solid. I think Cynthia Calvillo's solid.
Yeah. No, people are just, honestly, like, I think people are just haters about women headlining in general, to be honest.
Oh, even men. You get trolls galore. Like, one of my favorite comments is, or not favorite, but like the weirdest comments I get, and I guess favorite comments is when someone will say, what'd you say?
Favorite. That's funny.
When someone will say, like, oh, like, he's afraid. Like, Tatiana's not fighting this person. She's afraid. It's like, no. Just the timing didn't work out. Whatever. Like, my neck is hurt. Like, I'm not afraid of anyone. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
right.
Casual fans always use that line.
Well, I've seen, like, fans go, when girls fight, not excited because it's a girl fight. Or, like, these are the comments that they say. And I'm like, who raised you? You know, like I'm like, what? I don't really know, but that's the kind of stuff we see a lot for women. Or like, go make me a sandwich. I'm like, what? You go make me a sandwich.
And I'll let go of this chokehold on you.
Oh man, yeah, no, there's some crazy fans out there, guys.
And even it's funny that even Cynthia Calvillo is fighting, so we won't go too inappropriate. But we've talked to some female fighters, and we know sometimes your DMs can get a little interesting.
My what?
Your DMs.
Oh, DMs, yeah.
Like we had, so Jessica Penne, I think, told Dennis.
Yeah, that's the first girl that told me that this happens. She was like, people send me dick pics all the time. I'm like, what? Yeah. I was like,
and it's usually, I feel like it's fake.
Oh. Like you'll kind of look at the thumbnail and look at the size, but like, that's not yours, dude.
You probably got it from like view porn or something.
But we had Cynthia Calvillo on, and we've had her on a few times, but one of our earlier episodes, and Dennis just like, we said like something, and then he's like, so Cynthia, are your DMs just flooded with dick pics? And she was like, what?
Yeah, it was. She wasn't ready for it. She was. It was left field, you know. I just slung it. I just threw it, you know.
Was this like on your podcast?
Yes.
Yeah, because we were going. It was going really good. Like we were flowing really good. Everyone's laughing, and I was like, "Hey, are there dick pics in your DM?" She's like, "What?" I was like, I recovered. I recovered pretty good, but it was, yeah. And then like the show ended. Me and Stan are driving home. I'm like, dude, do you think I like offended her? Like, you think I'm gonna be like flagged or like? I was a little nervous, like, you know.
Oh,
and then we had her back. No, I think
that might have been the last time we had her on.
We had her back on the show.
No, I think we had her on one time after that.
Yeah.
But it was just funny that time, like the next day, someone reposted it as like Dennis Bermudez gets creepy with Cynthia Calvillo. But it was just, it was innocent the way that you actually meant it, but the way it came out, because we didn't have video back then, we were just a podcast.
Yeah.
So it was like conversation. Then he went, Cynthia, seriously, are your DMs just flooded with dick pics? And she was like, wait, what'd you say? And you were like, dick pics, your DMs. Dick pics, your DMs.
Yeah.
I think she even answered, like, I don't want them. Like, I don't want any. I'm good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know that.
Oh, you think she took it like I was trying to send her one?
No, I think she just got a little taken back. Like, she just heard dick pics and was like, I'm all right.
I work with a guy. He's 25 years old. He's like, that's part of his game. I'm like, what?
Yeah, well, we talked about it.
He claims to have a hog on him, so I guess, you know, that's your strong suit, then yeah.
We talked about it. It doesn't work for the consensus, like the majority, but there's definitely a Christopher Columbus out there that one day sent a dick pic and it worked, and he was like, oh, I discovered something new right now.
Well, the guy I work with, he said, if they send him something first, then he'll like, all right, hey. He's like, you know, because they send me something, I confirmed that, like, yo, that weekend we're going to smash. I'm like, if they're sending you something, then that pretty much confirms you're going to smash without sending a dick pic. What do you I was like, I don't know, whatever.
Oh my god.
Wild times. People rioting, dick pics. I mean, come on.
Yeah, there's some crazy people out there. I'm like, what is this? Like, and it's like, you don't know what it's going to be either. So you just like open it without knowing. And then there's just, you know, you're like, whoa.
Oh, what's it? Because it's like a blurred image, right?
Yeah. So you don't really know. And I'm like, wait, what's this? And I'm like, click it. And I was like, what did I just run into?
Wild world.
I know it's not your speed, but I feel like we should talk to some girls and be like, yo, you should just start reposting them.
Yeah, I would be too embarrassed to do that.
Well, we've heard.
Well, hey, you know who would be more embarrassed? The guy who sent it. And then, you know, it's...
But what if it's not theirs, really?
Too bad. You shouldn't have sent it.
Like,
what if I like get? What if like someone sues me or something?
they
They're
sexually
like,
harassed
that's
you,
fine.
no?
Like, wait, I don't know. Someone said
That's a form of sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Because here's my sense of something. Like, let's say someone sent you one and then you reposted it, right? It's kind of like, how do you keep a rabbit out of your backyard?
Huh?
How do you keep a rabbit out of your backyard?
I don't. I like rabbits.
Have a dead rabbit in the front yard. You know what I mean?
Well, see, the thing is though, little kids follow me, so I think I can't post that.
Oh, touche.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like kids that are like, young kids that I'm like, I can't do that. They're like in high school and stuff, and
Yes, you're a role model.
yeah.
And that's what it is, I think.
I forgot about when I was one of those.
What, a role model?
Yeah.
Oh, you.
Well, I think it's a lot different for females.
Yeah, that's part of what it is too. Is I think women have to walk a different line than men, so they have to like hush on that a little bit. But I'm sure men's DMs are filled with some weird shit too.
Oh heck yeah! Like I've talked to a lot of guy fighters, and they're like, yeah, they send me this and they send me that, and it's crazy the stuff that they send them. Even like, I don't know if you guys heard of Kirill. He's like he has like crazy parties. And
What's his name? Kirill?
Kirill, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I've always seen like he'll like post like girls like trying to get at him and stuff, and then he's like, I'm taking butt. If you like this girl, like he'll show like the picture of them, like they'll send like maybe their boobs or their butt. And they're like, yeah, this girl has a nice bum or something like that, and then like guys will be commenting all over it and stuff. But yeah, so it's so different. Like I would never do that, right? So
yeah,
a lot different for girls.
Wild times we're living in. But Tatiana, it was a pleasure to have you. We'll let you get out to your workout. You got to get physical.
You gotta do sprints, right? Or
yeah.
Man.
It's gonna be a good time.
And yes, we had Dr. Galpin on the show, and that's partially, we obviously always wanted to have Tatiana because we think, me and Menace have spoken extensively that we think you're the future champ at 115. But then once we had Andy Galpin on the show, he was saying how he works with you and singing your praises, so we were like, we got to get Tatiana on.
He was singing me praises?
Singing your praises, yes.
No way. What did he say?
I know.
He just said what a badass you are, and that he works with you, works with Brian Ortega, and he was just speaking very highly of both of you.
I don't believe that.
Why? That surprises you, for real?
He gives me a hard time every day.
Tough love.
Well, he knows that's how, you need a little flame on your ass to get what he wants out of you.
He's always like, is that a good decision or a bad decision? I feel like you made a bad decision. I'm like, did I make a bad decision again? He wants to name me Tatiana Bad Decisions Suarez for my fight name.
Wow.
That's not a bad fight name. That's not bad.
I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it. Like, you signed the contract. You made a bad decision.
That's what he said. Yeah, he's like, bad decision to fire. Bad decision. You signed the contract. But,
yeah, you could segue a few ways with that.
What's your fight name now? You don't have one, right?
No.
Hey. I think, the thing is, because your fight name is supposed to be kind of given to you, not, because when someone makes their own fight name, you can almost tell they gave themselves the fight name. You know what I mean?
I didn't give it myself.
When you don't have a fight name, your nickname is The. So right now she's The Tatiana Suarez. But I like bad decisions.
I like bad decision.
Bad decision.
Bad decision. That's what he calls me. He calls me Bad Decision Suarez. Or
it's just one little line on the form you gotta fill out, and it's final.
I'm gonna make him fill it out then.
No, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a poll and we're gonna see what the people say.
And what are the options? The or bad decision? Or we got to come up with the other nickname.
Or you could say, should at Tatiana Suarez's fight name be bad decision? Yes, no.
Okay. We're trying to come up with a nickname for Tatiana Suarez.
Do you guys like bad decision?
Bad decision? Question mark.
Swipe up to listen to the episode above.
Okay.
That sounds like a good one. I like it.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's a good
And
one.
we'll give you the results. I mean,
Okay. I'm down for it.
So you see what's going on here, Tatiana. This was the icebreaker. You can come on as often as you want. Anytime you got something to get off your chest. And we like our guests to be recurring.
therapy.
Yes.
Oh, you know what I was going to ask you is, since you asked me, but I wasn't going to answer, who are you picking for the main event?
We were going to go there, but we'll go there with you. I don't know. Menace, you go first.
He's frozen.
Is he really?
I was just standing still. How about this? Yeah, you guys never saw someone so still. I should have been a sniper.
Yo, that was good.
Thank you. Anyways,
You're like smiling.
Thank you.
That was
How about this? She's just gonna listen, Stan. Me and you're gonna run through the card.
Yeah. I had that. I had to like lean in and get a better look. Like, oh no, he's fucking frozen.
I love doing that to like my girlfriend. I'll be on FaceTime and be like,
Oh, that's one of the funniest things I've seen is when people do that and they repost it on social media.
What?
They've done that.
People do that and then they repost it on social media. Like they'll be talking to their girl and the girl be like, who the fuck is that in the background? He'll be like, what? And then just freeze, like he's frozen.
You suck at it, Stan. I could tell you weren't frozen.
Well, I wasn't trying to show you my freeze ability.
No, you're shaky.
Bro,
Give me your frozen then. Yeah, look at you. Fucking creepy ass smile. You suck at this.
So you're really good at that.
Woo! Yeah.
Oh my god. So you guys are not gonna say.
So here about
We're gonna go through the card. You're not gonna say anything. If you want to, you can. But me and Stan are gonna say who we got.
So the prelims, we're just gonna go.
Let me get a fresh one. Go ahead.
You do that. So here, we'll go through some fights, Tatiana. You pick one. Pick one fight out of these 11 that you want to pick.
11.
Oh, we'll go quick.
All right, just go.
Oh no, we'll just do the main card. Jordan Espinosa versus Mark De La Rosa.
Mark De La Rosa, I got
Jordan Espinosa.
good.
Andre Fili versus Charles Jourdain.
I gotta go with Andre Fili. He beat me somehow, miraculously. So I want him to do good so I look better.
I pick Philly. That's who I pick.
I'm gonna post that and I'm gonna tag Charles Jourdain. Marab Davish.
Where did you find this at?
What, this card?
Yeah.
UFC.com.
Tatiana, that wasn't a real question, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Well, she might be trying to look it up. Marab Davishvili versus Ray Borg.
Oh, I think.
Wait, what?
His name is like that. Marab Davish.
Fighting again?
Yeah, Ray Borg's fighting again. Yeah.
Dang.
He's got a tough out, and you'll appreciate this, Tatiana. So either Ray Borg or Merab are the all-time leader in takedowns at bantamweight. Which one do you think it is?
Marab.
Yep.
Was that even a question?
What?
That was the worst question.
Really?
No, I was segueing to you are currently in a chat room with the all-time leader at takedowns in the UFC featherweight division. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How many?
Oh, a whole boatload.
Wait, you're not going to do the undercard?
I mean, we can. I didn't want to keep you. I felt you had to go get swole. We'll run through them quick. Anthony Ivy versus Christina Aguilera.
Christina Aguilera, obviously.
No, it's Christian Aguilera, but it was close.
I'm still going with it. I'm still going with Aguilera.
They both have the black silhouette, so I can't really see which one's which.
I'm picturing Aguilera with blonde hair.
All right. Jordan Griffin, Derek Minner.
I'm going Jordan Griffin.
So here's what happens, Tatiana, when we go with undercards like this and Dennis doesn't know the people. He either picks on whichever name sounds cooler to him, or he'll look at the picture and be like, that guy. Why? He's got a better tan, better chest.
I'm a big chest guy.
Tyson Nam versus Zaruk Adeshev.
Tyson Nam.
I will Tyson Nam as well.
Thank you.
Julia Avila versus Gina Mazzani.
Oh, man.
I don't know who the other girl is.
I'm going to go with whoever Tatiana picks.
I don't know who those girls are.
Say the names again, Stan.
I know who Gina is.
Julia Avila versus Gina Mazzani.
I'm going with Gina.
I don't know who Julia is.
I know a lot of sweet Julias.
So
my sister's name's Julia.
So I'm a little bit of a
Did she
misogynist.
ever beat you in a fight?
Huh?
Did she ever beat you in a fight?
No.
That's why I'm not picking her.
So what I usually pick on women's fights, and I'm a little bit of a misogynist, I'll pick which one I think is more attractive. And I think both of these ladies are attractive.
Oh, wow.
So Julia Avila versus Gina Mazzani. I will go with Gina Mazzani because she was just on Ashley Evan Smith's podcast.
Oh.
And you know she is dating Tim Elliott.
Yes, I knew that.
Yes, so I'll go with her.
Julia Avila? Oh. Have you had that girl on your podcast?
No. That's another thing, too. We usually pick based on if you've been on the podcast. We're going with you. Nobody we've named so far has been on the podcast.
That girl, I think she's going to win that fight.
Who, Julia Avila?
Yeah.
Why, she's a beast?
She hits hard.
Okay. She looks so innocent.
Yeah, she looks innocent. Watch her last fight.
All right.
I'm going Julia Avila.
Charles Rosa versus Kevin Aguilar.
We gotta go with Rosa. He's been on the show. I think he's probably his last showing, not his best showing. You're only as good as your last fight, so I think he's gonna be like, "Hey, that didn't happen." Yeah.
And that was a weird performance. Like he couldn't stop the takedown. He was almost like getting taken down and immediately twisted. Like I think Bryce Mitchell showed that he's a problem.
Yeah.
In that fight.
Insane.
Yeah.
All right, so now we'll jump back to Merab versus Ray Borg.
I got Merab. I just gotta go with my guy. He's like, I know he's not Russian, but he's like from over there.
What is Merab?
From Georgia.
You're going Ray. Oh, I thought you said Borgia, like Ray Borg. No,
he's from Georgia.
Yes.
So like and I've sparred with a guy. He just like. I've melted the man. I'm like, this guy's like a hard skull. And the man's not going to quit. Remember the one fight he was winning and then he like went out on the buzzer and they gave
Ricky Simon.
Yeah.
In Atlantic City, yeah, that he got guillotined.
But he didn't tap.
No, and it was at the end of 3 rounds too.
Yes. He's the dude's just not a quitter. He's a fucking bulletproof machine.
Isn't that his nickname, the Machine?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, you see what I did there?
Yes. And Menace knows them all well. That whole little Serra-Longo group, they went out there for Aljamain's fight. Aljamain won, spectacular fashion. And then they all stayed out there for another week because now Merab just took this fight with Ray Borg.
Did he take out a short notice, or this has been scheduled?
1 week.
Wow.
Yeah. Like we would.
Well, I think if Ray Borg can stay on his feet, it would be an interesting fight. But I think
I agree.
Merab is just like he just keeps taking people down, even though they get back up and taking them down.
We've almost had Ray Borg on the show. We played a little phone tag, and then Merab as well is long overdue for his appearance on Menace and The Man.
Oh, right.
Especially because he's so close to you guys.
Well, Merab is, once COVID ends, we'll have him in studio type banger.
Yes.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
We had, I think that was our last episode in studio, or one of them. We had Sermonara and Blonde Fighter.
Yep.
Toward the end of right when COVID was kicking off. So the co-main event, Carl Robertson versus Marvin Vettori.
Oh, I'm going with the Italian.
Yeah.
The Italian.
I'm going to go Vettori as well on that one.
Because he's done a little work. Oh, no, he's done a little work with PJ Nestler.
Oh, Vettori.
Yes.
Yes, Vittori's also almost been on the show. He's managed by Ali.
And he's at King's MMA. We can get him on.
Yeah. Well, we've been in talks before to get him on, but scheduling is always the issue. Jessica I, Cynthia Calvillo. Tatiana, who you got?
Nice try. Oh, I know them both, so I can't.
It's a tough one.
Which one's all right. Which one stylistically is an easier fight for you?
They're like the same, I think.
I think, yeah, they are very
except
similar.
for one's a little bit.
I think Kavia. I think Cynthia probably has a little sharper strikes. I also think Jessica I is stronger.
This is actually a tough fight to pick.
Yeah.
It is pretty tough.
Yeah.
I feel like Cynthia can take her down. I just don't. It just depends on how well Jessica I can get up, but I don't know. It depends. It really depends.
Like Jessica I does have like a sick record at 125. I don't know off the top of my head the Valentina loss. I think she's like 12-2 or something like that at 125. And then all her losses, most of her losses other than the Valentina one, and her one loss early in her career came at 135. So like 125, she's solid. And what's her name? Cynthia only has one loss.
Yeah, I just think Jessica's the stronger athlete. I don't think either of the women are knocking each other out. I don't think one's gonna hit and the other one's gonna drop like a sack of potatoes. I don't think that's happening.
I think it'll just be like, I don't know.
Because Jessica I has a tough chin on her too, so she could be taking shots and keep the pressure and throw back.
Yeah,
and win that way.
She showed that against her with her last fight against that one girl that hits pretty hard. I forgot her name. The Brazilian girl. The Brazilian girl she fought last, I think.
Right.
Viviana Araujo.
Yes, her.
Vivian Araujo.
Yes. I was very impressed with I in that last fight with
her. I think the only way Cynthia wins is if she like outpoint fights her, which Jessica I beat Blonde Fighter, who outpointed her, but just grinded her
Close fight, though.
enough for the win.
Yeah, very close fight.
Very close fight.
Yeah, I thought
But she just kept pressure. Even I think blonde fighter is one of the best point fighters in the weight class.
for sure.
You know? And she still won. I mean, it was a very, very, very close fight. But I don't think Cynthia is a better point fighter than blonde fighter.
No.
So Cynthia would have to do something similar that the Feely did to me. Is like I was over aggressive and just level change, quick takedowns.
And the other thing we kind of, I think for now, fight picks we got to take into account is training camps. Like Jessica Vegas, training in her garage, a little bit at Extreme Couture. I don't know, because the gyms are closed in California, right?
Yeah, but I think she was like sparring with girls at AKA and stuff.
All right. Who? Cynthia?
Yeah.
So she might have changed camps? I don't know. I remember she was part...
She hasn't been part of... She left them a while ago.
Yeah.
Alpha male.
Yeah, she left Alpha Male. I know she was training with Buckholes, and now maybe she's just moving around. I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah, I think she's probably just like going around like to find sparring partners and stuff.
Yeah, so that could be make me lean towards Jessica I think Jessica is a little more dialed in her training.
Because the only thing that when you're doing your own thing and you're a nomad, unless you're a beast on yourself, whatever. But which if you're a beast on yourself, maybe you're overtraining. But if you're going around, no one's holding you accountable for things where you might be undertrained. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you're your own coach on everything you do and no one's watching you, you can easily overtrain if you're an animal, if you're doing too much. But also if no one's watching you, like, hey man, where were you first? No one's holding you accountable, you could also undertrain too. You know, it's hard to be that medium where someone watches you all the time, like, yo man, back off. You're doing too much. Or hey man, you're not doing enough.
Yeah.
You know?
That's my coach. He's like, you need to leave.
Why? Why? Because you're doing too much?
Yeah, he gets upset. He's like, you trained like 8 hours today. Because I'll be like, hitting mitts at the end of the day. And he'll be like, you trained like 8 hours today. He's like, because I'll be like, one more round. And he'll be like, no, you trained like 8 hours today. And he'll get all upset. He's like, you need to relax. I can't help.
Where are you training at right now?
Like I train with my coach. He comes here, or we just like hit mitts in the front yard, or like right here inside my house.
You want to give a shout out to your coach? Who's your coach?
Batiste Mansouri. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he's been working with me since I got to Millennia. We've really. Like, he doesn't have kids or, like, a family or anything, so, like, his main goal is just to, like, make me better.
Which is awesome. Which goes back to, because I've had a few people on here who are, like, very wrestling-oriented. So, like, in the wrestling community, people just want you to do good. Like, that's their payment. But as soon as you came over the MMA community or whatever, it's like, oh, you did good? Like, pay me, right? You're going to pay me, right? No, right?
Yeah.
No money in wrestling. So people like their rewards like, oh, I trained multiple time state champ. I trained him. It's like their MMA, like, yeah, I trained them, the world champion, and I want them to pay me too.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, I mean, like when I was like on the national team, the coaches definitely got paid. Like it depends on
what. By you?
No, by the UFC.
Right.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy to think about it that way. Like they get a pay from us, but like the UFC, like that would be like if the UFC paid the coaches.
Which they should.
Awesome.
They should. But
crazy.
That's a whole nother conversation. Tatiana, we'll let you get to your workout. Who'd you pick again in that fight?
Which one?
Cynthia and
I
Jessica.
didn't pick anybody.
Menace, who are you going with again?
Jessica I.
I think I'm going Jessica I as well, but I'm very on the fence with that one. I'm going to place a bet last minute, and it depends on the odds.
Okay.
But Tatiana,
Hang on, because we've had both Cynthia and Jessica I on
a few
multiple
times. Yeah.
We've had Jessica I on more times,
I think we've had Jessica I on 3 times. Yeah.
and we've had her on the most recent.
Yes.
So in terms of
So going forward, Tatiana, we got to play the catch-up game.
Wait, what did it say? What did she say when you guys caught up with her? Was she trained and
This was a while ago. This is pre-Rona.
hang on, tell Tatiana how we pick our fighters.
Whoever's been on the show. So that's as simple as that.
So they've both been on the show. So then we went, who's been on the show more times?
Jessica I.
This guy, not only let's say they were equal in times they've been on the show. Let's say they were 2 and 2. Who is the most recent? Kind of like the push-out rule in wrestling.
That was my best way to score.
Oh my god, I win so many that way. It wasn't actually technically good. I was just pretty strong.
So now, and even now that we touched base on a bunch of areas, next time we get you on, we want to talk about some wrestling.
I want to talk about street fights.
Again?
Yeah.
No,
No. We can talk about it again.
In detail.
She's got a bunch of them, she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll take another street fight story. Past the girl who kicked your dog.
Yeah, fuck that girl.
That bitch.
Yeah, rude.
And we want to talk about like building your brand on like fighting out of like Dogtopia.
Dogtopia.
I don't know.
My dog's right here. Show your face. Come
See
here.
that thing. Oh, please show your training skills. Right now they're not good.
Oh man.
Go on there. She knows she's not supposed to go on the sofa. That's why.
Okay, so she's disciplined.
Stand up.
Yeah,
Okay.
she was walking over there. She knows a lot of tricks actually. She does like spin, play dead. She shakes and stuff.
So real quick, before we get rid of you, is a female dog or a male dog easier to train, or it's
not like
kids?
how you vibe with your dog and really how you communicate with your dog. That's what training is like how to communicate with your dog. They don't speak English as much as you think they do. They don't, because like I can call Layla like the bitch word right now in a nice tone, and she'll think that's her name. Like
a batch.
bitch.
Oh, I think you said batch. I was like a batch.
Yeah. Stan can't spell well.
They'll be like, "Oh, you like me?" Like all excited, you know. But I'm like, I'm not really calling you your name. How do you not know that? So like, that's just all about like how you know, like, and some dogs are really, really stubborn. So you have to find out, like, different dogs learn certain ways. Like, some are really food motivated, some are really toy motivated, some are very, like, pack leader motivated. So, like, I'm the pack leader. If they really respect me, they'll do a lot of the things that I ask. But not all dogs are the same, right? So, like, just depends on your dog.
A lot like humans. Not all humans are the same.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, there people ask me, like, what breed do you recommend? Like, this is my lifestyle and this and that, and I'll recommend based on their lifestyle. Like, if they want a chill dog, like, I'll recommend a certain breed or whatever. Like, pit bulls are really good for, like, chill people.
Yes.
Or, like, active people as well. Like, they could do both. They could be in the house and be relaxed, but they can also go on, like, she can keep up with me on my runs. Like, I'll do, if I did 4 miles right now, she would keep up with me. She's, like, a freaking athlete. But she's getting older and she has a heart condition, so I try not to like run her so much.
Two questions before I let you go.
She's a baby.
2 questions before I let you go.
Yes.
Does Dr. Andy Galpin, for how smart he is, have a well-trained dog?
No.
No? Okay. And
the dog jumped off of a parking garage. Did he tell you that?
No, he didn't. He fell.
Jumped off a parking garage and almost died.
Almost died.
Now, how do you feel about what's it? Natural selection? Or no, is that the word?
Darwinism?
Darwin's theory. Darwin's theory.
What about it?
That dog wasn't meant to procreate.
Well, I don't know if I don't think he procreated because I think he's fixed.
Anyways, let's say I live in SoCal and I want you to train my dog. How can I contact you? How can I get in contact with you for you to train my dog? Or is it all word of mouth or only friends and family?
No, through my Instagram, Tatiana Suarez, UFC.
So send a dick pic and like, hey, can you train my dog? Or that was a joke.
Maybe just a dog pic.
that was a joke.
People actually send you to the dogs all the time.
What?
Dogs. They're dogs.
Oh, so people are picking up. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So they see that I train my dogs and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, like look at my dog," and then they'll show me their dog.
No website or anything like that.
No. We're actually in the middle of creating our website right now.
Okay. When you get the website created, forward it to Menace and The Man. We will repost it and reshare it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Awesome.
Yes, we're big dog people here at Menace and The Man.
Awesome.
Stan used to have a pug.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a pug.
Yep.
Pugs are awesome.
She was awesome, but cancer got her.
Oh.
Yep, it's a sore subject. Thanks for bringing it up, Menace. But
You're welcome.
Oh.
I'm
sorry.
Yeah, she got lymphoma when she was young. She was only like 8.
Oh.
But it happens.
I think I'm pretty old for dogs. No.
Not a small dog, no.
Yeah, she was expected for at least 13, 14.
Yeah.
But
were you feeding her McDonald's, Stan?
No, I was not.
Oh.
Thank you, though, Menace.
You're welcome.
But we appreciate you, Tatiana. Even keep putting on for all the cancer survivors and whatnot out there. That's why I'm growing my hair out. I donate my hair to make wigs.
Oh, awesome. Really?
Yep.
You have great hair. That's good.
Yep. Great hair. That's
my hair is thin, so I don't grow it out.
Really? I couldn't tell.
I fluff it,
I did it once when I was younger, and then I just started growing it this time, and I thought just let it go. Do some good for all the bad I've done.
Ooh, nice.
What is like your background or whatever?
As far as heritage?
The bad kid.
No, I'm a half Italian, 25% Irish, and 25% Polish.
Have you ever done 23andMe, Stan?
I have not.
So why don't you do that so you get your facts straight?
I just go off of my grandparents, my 4 grandparents.
Like, oh, yes, I had sex with this guy. He is this much.
Are you talking about my grandma right now?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, at the party.
But,
all right.
Tatiana,
well, thank you.
We'll talk to you soon. Hopefully it's when you're getting ready for a fight. Hopefully the neck heals up right. Dr. Andy Galpin. Hopefully he heals that sumbitch up.
I'll let him know that to catch up with you guys again soon.
Yes, anytime.
Well, to talk about some more FARTs.
FART.
You're gonna be a great mom one day. Just spelling stuff out. I just say it. I'll work on that, I guess.
Yeah.
But yes, you see, we're a lighter show than most, and we're trying to blow up. So we need Tatiana Suarez, the future champ, to come and join us. But thank you for the time, Tatiana.
Appreciate you guys.
Yep.
Bye.
Enjoy your workout.
Oh, she didn't hear that.
Well, good.
Yeah, it's awkward. We're like, all right, bye, and then you see them like, how do I?
Well, she was a pro too, because I think she does a lot of her Zoom meetings with Andy Galpin.
Ooh.
So it's like we've had those few that are like, I don't know how to get off of Zoom, and then like Dana White was like, boom. Chael was like, no, Chael was like, I'm done with you. I got stuff to do. Goodbye.
Yeah, that was awesome. He's a real pro.
So let's corral this bitch up and end it. So, real quick, I got some talking points for you. They announced Fight Island. Is Dennis Bermuda as excited about Fight Island?
I'm not gonna go there, so it's the same to me.
Oh, all right, that kills it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, the fights. Well, even that, I appreciate fights. Period.
Fights are happening anyways. It's not like, oh my god, they're fighting in this arena. Like, I have to watch the fights.
Well, we're gonna get some international fighters now. So they announced. Excuse me. They announced Volkanovski.
Fight Island's awesome for the sport because no matter what, they can still put on shows, right?
Yep. They went Volkanovski versus Max Holloway. Great fight. Rematch. What's the other fight? Why is my brain drawing a blank right now?
They have
the other title fight. Peter Yan versus Aldo. Which should be Aljamain. I have no idea why Aldo's getting the shot.
Well, the thing is, so Aljamain just fought last weekend, right?
He didn't get hit once.
Oh, right. It's for July.
Like, I know you've said, like, they give you, like, a 30-day automatically, right? After you fight? If you get hit in the head once?
Yeah.
Aljamain did not get hit once.
Here's probably what happened. They had these two guys on the shelf. They want fights. They're like, man, these guys are both... Aljamain's fighting now, so let's give Aljamain the winner of these guys, probably. Because
I've seen a lot of people say it. I'm going to say it as well. Aljamain deserves the title shot.
Yeah, I tweeted it, Stan. If you didn't see it at UFC 250, it popped up on the screen.
What, your tweet did?
Yeah. Oh. Aljamain deserves a title shot.
So they still care about Dennis Bermudez at the UFC?
Yeah, it made me, because I'm sitting there watching the fights. I'm like, who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that guy? Who? And then, and I'm firing out tweets, trying to, and I saw I just saw my logo leave, and I was like, and someone was like, Dennis, that was you, and I was like, yeah.
Oh, I missed that. I missed that.
Yeah.
They still got love for the Menace. We forgot to have a conversation with Randy yesterday. We're gonna have to jump on that. But
can we just call him right now?
Yeah. On the show, you want to do it?
Let's just run it.
Well, real quick.
Okay.
Gilbert Burns, Kamaru Usman. Two of your, I would say, good friends. Two of your good friends in fighting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know from you telling me how cool you and Usman are. And Usman coming on the show and whatnot. But Gilbert, when he comes on the show, I could tell Gilbert's got mad respect for you. Like, you and Gilbert are boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Because, training with Usman, he was already at 170 and, whatever. Training with Gilbert, he was fighting 155 at the time.
Yeah.
So, like I said earlier, me and Gilbert have, we try to put hands on each other, a good amount. Where, I would only grab Usman because he was so many weight classes above me. Let's move around light. And we were kind of toying with each other type deal,
And you said, you and Gilbert have tried to kill each other.
Yeah. And he's very scary to stand in front of. And this is going back 3-4 years,
So that'll definitely be, and it's coming quick, July 11th. So that'll be a topic of conversation over the next few weeks. As we get guests on, we'll ask who they think's going to win. And I don't know.
Usman's been training, but there's
Usman.
A difference between training for a fight and just train just to get better. You know what I'm saying?
Usman's been training for a fight. It was supposed to be him and Masvidal July 11th.
Oh, it was?
It was.
Oh, okay.
And they were supposed to be for a while. Since December, it was supposed to be Usman versus Masvidal International Fight Week in July. So then they had the thing at the
So International Fight Week is happening in international waters.
Yeah.
You see what the UFC did there?
But they technically canceled International Fight Week. But the time...
They got the 11th, the 15th, the 18th, the 25th?
Something like that. They have 4 dates in like a 2-3 week span, which I'm a huge fan of. I like what Dana's doing. I like the cut of his jib, as they say, that he's putting on these fights. And then another fight that I noticed was Amanda Ribas versus Paige Van Zandt. Paige Van Zandt, though, openly said she's trying to fight out her contract. So she's thinking, I'm going to fight out my contract and then demand more money. Demand X amount. UFC, I think, is like, all right, we're going to give you the baddest bitch we could find. So you're fighting out your contract on an L. So when you come back to negotiate, and now, could Paige win the fight? Absolutely. But it's a tough girl.
This Rebus chick, the name is very familiar. And then I saw a picture and I was like,
It's the girl who beat Mackenzie Dern.
Oh.
She's tough.
And also, I saw her move. I'm like, oh, okay, I know that girl.
Yeah, she's tough. It's a tough fight for...
She's relatively new.
A minute. She's been there for a little bit. But she's tough.
2 years?
It's not a easy first fight. Yeah, it's not an easy first fight. For Paige. Paige hasn't fought in 2 years, maybe. And this girl's 9-1. Her one loss was before the UFC. So, she's tough.
And also, like you said, right, she's not awful looking.
No, she's not awful looking. And you know I'm all about that, so it's a tough one to pick.
Huh.
Yeah. Cormier versus Miocic 3 got announced.
See that.
So, and that's...
for July 11th? No, that's the main event.
August 15th. And what that's going to be, though, too, is that's DC's last fight. That's DC's retirement fight, win or lose, apparently.
Man, I almost don't even want to watch that. That's like a senior high school kid's like state finals match. And he's not gonna go wrestle in college. You're like,
yeah, that's like, I love you, Stipe, but I want DC to win that fight and go off on the win. Like, Stipe, you'll come back from this. You'll have more chances to win the title back. You'll be able to retire as champion one day. But right now, let DC get this. I know he's not going to do that. He's going to try to kill DC.
Yeah, kids.
Yeah, but interesting turn of events. That'll be DC's last fight. But Conor retiring. There's so much shit we could talk about, but we'll save it.
Will it be DC's last fight? I mean, let's just say, a year or two goes by. He's like, man.
He was supposed to be done in March of last year.
Yeah, you're right.
And he just keeps going.
Like, when you need a loan for something, you're like, I got to pay it back. It's like, well, if I just fight one time, it's like I'm getting a loan, I have to pay it back.
I don't think he's hurting for money. I think it's his competitive. Yeah. He's just a champion, and I think he has that chip on his shoulder that he's like, the only reason I lost to Stipe is because I got cocky, and I started fucking him up and then getting over-aggressive.
I got to try and get him on the show, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Because I think even he would love what we're doing here.
Yeah, he's into it.
Yeah, we'll get some laughs out of him. Yeah. We could even ask him, like, yo, are you getting some feet pics in your DMs or beaver shots? What's going on with your DMs?
Feet do grow? Oh, I guess that is a thing.
It's a joke, yeah, but it is a thing. Yeah. But Conor McGregor retired. He's going the Dennis Bermudez route. He's exiting the game on a win. Hats off to you, McGregor. Going out like the Menace on a win.
I don't think we've seen the last of him.
No, it was a joke. But I was just trying to do a nice segue.
Yeah.
And wrap this bitch up.
Yeah.
We'll get back next week and we'll shoot some more shit on the current events. Like, we can go more in depth on Burns and Usman, but we're going to do it over the next few weeks. We talked a little bit about Jones and Masvidal holding out for more money, even though they both signed contracts like a year ago. less than a year ago. But every fighter deserves more money. Not just them, every fighter. Them included, but every fighter.
Yeah.
Even, again.
No. I think there's some fighters that show up putting less hours into the gym than others. But all in all, they put a lot on the line. They sacrifice a lot.
Every fighter.
Role models for kids, you know what I mean?
Bro, every
Dieting.
fighter. Every fighter. When you're getting $250 for a video game, and they're leaving fucking Tatiana off the video game, but they're selling millions of copies of that video game, and they're making bank. You know what I mean? Give the fighters a little more. I'm not against it. When other sports leagues, so even that, and then we'll wrap up after this. So like the Yankees, the Mets, the fucking Rangers in hockey, the Knicks, most sports franchises, one team costs a couple $100 million, couple $1 billion. You know what I mean? Like there's lower level teams that cost a billion. The Yankees probably fucking $4 billion. You know what I mean? That's one team. The UFC sold for $4 billion. So it's not going to be the same thing. You know what I mean? The way there's Yankees making $25 million, there's not going to be MMA fighters making $25 million a fight, $25 million a year for 3 or 4 fights or whatever the fuck. We're going to get there eventually. Right now, it's not there.
Right, we're still in leather helmets.
But what is there is a bigger revenue share. So right now, if it's at 18% or 20%, or I see all different figures on it, if it was anywhere near base,
25%.
if it was 25%, wherever it is, if it was at 40 or 50 like other sports leagues, maybe the fighters would be a little happier. But if you sign a contract, you're in a contract. Like, I don't want to defend the brass. I don't want to defend the fighters. I want to go right down the line and talk about what's fair. Or what's like the realistic goal in this. It's make the fighters more money. How do the fighters get more money? The sport gets bigger. Right?
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, I think like we talk about the UFC or whatever, any fight organization only promoting certain people. Well, they're only promoting certain people that have a good reach to try and make the sport go up. You know,
yeah.
So I think
like they do a good job of supporting some of the fighters and building up some of the fighters, but like Sean O'Malley is a perfect example. Does he deserve the following he has? Absolutely. But you know who else deserves a following that big? Aljamain. So What is O'Malley? O'Malley's not even ranked in the top 15. Maybe he's going to debut at 15 or 14. Aljamain should be number 1, number 2. Like, build the fucking guy up. Volkanovski's the champion. Build the fucking guy up.
Yeah.
Start dropping his highlight reel every day on fucking your Instagram.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens with it. I just want the sport to keep growing. I don't want to not see John Jones or Masvidal. I want to see them fight.
Yeah, I want to see them throw down.
But, well, all things we'll discuss on the next episode. We didn't get into the Burns. Well, real quick. So people are saying that Gilbert doesn't deserve this title shot. All right, so then we'll save that for next episode. I'm game for that. All right. We had a great episode. We're running short on time. It's 10 o'clock right now. Gregor Gillespie, we ran out of time. We'll get you on next week. We could get you on for like a minute right now, but we'll figure it out.
Too late, Gregor. We'll get you on next week.
Chris Weidman, maybe next week.
Yep. Chris, come on.
And we'll come up with more guys that we want to put in that ballpark as well in the future. So.
We still have time for everybody, all right? So.
Yeah, we run out of time. We wanted to get Tatiana on. She's a future champion. She's a doll. We had a great time with her. Go ahead, Menace.
All right. Well, see you later.